All right, let's talk about something that pretty much all of us deal with at some point, that constant, nagging need for other people's approval. Today, we're going to dive into why we chase it, what it's costing us, and, most importantly, how to finally let it go and find a sense of worth that comes from the inside out. So, let's just get right to it. Are you an approval addict? I saw a comment on Reddit where someone described this craving for validation like a drug, saying they felt totally empty the second they didn't get a reply. If that sounds even a little bit familiar, I promise you, you are not alone. This quote from psychologist Sasha Crouch just nails it. The need for approval, it doesn't just feel kind of bad, it actively kills freedom. It literally holds us back from living the life we actually want. And this lack of freedom, well, it has a name, the validation trap. And boy, once you're in it, it can be an incredibly tough cycle to break. Do any of these ring a bell? Constantly worrying what everyone thinks of you? Finding yourself saying yes when every fiber of your being is screaming no? Hiding the real you to seem, more impressive? Sasha Crouch calls this being a social chameleon. You become a master at telling people what they want to hear instead of what you truly think and feel. That feeling of needing a hit of validation is so real. It's this endless chase for the next compliment, the next like on social media, the next bit of praise. But just like a drug, the high is always temporary. It's never truly fulfilling, and it just leaves you needing more. And the cost, it is steep. This chase isn't just exhausting for your mind. It can have some seriously scary physical consequences. Get this, a surgeon, Dr. John Kelly, shared this powerful story about how his own approval addiction led to such intense burnout that his immune system just collapsed, and he ended up with a vision-threatening eye infection. The takeaway here is crystal clear. This is not a small problem. It can mess with every single part of our well-being. So how in the world do we break this cycle? Well, it all starts with understanding a really crucial difference, the difference between self-worth and self-esteem. And trust me, they are absolutely not the same thing. So let's break this down. Over here on the left, you've got self-esteem. It's totally conditional and it's based on external stuff. Your job, your achievements, what other people think. It goes up, it goes down. But self-worth on the right, that's unconditional. It's your deep, internal, stable sense that you are enough exactly as you are. It's not about what you're doing, it's about who you're being. So where did this whole need for outside approval even come from? Well, for a lot of us, it started way back in childhood. Coach Jennifer Bassman has this amazing way of putting it. She says this feeling of not enoughness isn't something you were born with. It was installed, like unwanted malware on your computer. Often because we grew up with conditional love, where we only got praise for specific achievements or behaviors. This brings us to a really fascinating psychological concept called locus of control. Basically, it's about how much you believe you have control over what happens in your life. It's a spectrum, and where you fall on it totally changes how you see the world. And here's what that spectrum looks like. If you have an external locus of control, you believe your life is controlled by outside forces, luck, fate, other people. But with an internal locus of control, you believe that you are the main driver of what happens in your life. The whole goal here is to shift your mindset and take back that control. Okay, so we've diagnosed the problem. We know what it is. Now for the good part. How do we actually fix it? Let's talk about the path to building that solid internal self-validation. The sources we looked at lay out a really clear three-step process. First, you build self-acceptance. Then, you learn to challenge that negative voice inside your head. And finally, you practice genuine self-compassion. So for step one, a simple but really powerful tool is journaling. Seriously. At the end of each day, just write down a few things you're proud of, choices you made, moments you stayed true to yourself. This literally trains your brain to start recognizing your own strengths without needing anyone else to point them out for you. Okay, step two. Let's talk about that mean little voice in your head. Communication expert Karen Laws has this fun but super effective technique. Give your inner critic a name. She calls hers Gertrude. Just the act of naming it creates distance and takes away its power. So you can just say, "Oh, Gertrude, relax, it's going to be fine." And finally, step three is all about self-compassion. So often, we are our own absolute worst critics. A really simple way to reframe this is to just ask yourself, what would I say to a dear friend if they were in this situation? That one little question can shift your entire perspective and let you treat yourself with the same kindness you give so easily to others. Affirmations are another awesome tool for rewiring your inner dialogue. It's all about retraining your subconscious mind by repeating phrases that actually feel good. Maybe it's, my worth is inherent, or something as simple as, I am enough right now. Find one that clicks for you and make it your mantra. So you put in this work. What does life actually look like on the other side? Let's talk about what it really means to live your worth day in and day out. And this might be the most important thing to get. This whole process isn't about adding something that you're missing. It's not about finally earning worthiness. It's about stripping away all that unwanted malware to uncover the worth that was there the entire time. I absolutely love this quote from Jennifer Bassman because it's so simple and so true. You were never not awesome. Your value has always been there, even on the days you were taught to doubt it. This is the ultimate mindset shift. Stop waiting for someone to give you permission to feel worthy. Just act as if you already know you are. Make decisions from a place of confidence, not from a place of desperately needing to prove something to someone else. So I'll leave you with this question to really think about. What would you do differently if you knew, truly, deeply knew in your bones, that you were already worthy? What dreams would you chase? What would you stop putting up with? The answer to that question? Well, that's where your freedom begins.